congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See, this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy, mercy on you, mercy, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See, prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing steal out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is exceedingly wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Really gotta stop, like praise, yeah. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed and with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See, this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. This is a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy, mercy on you, mercy, mercy on me. They say the truth will set you free. See, prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael. Cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we back by the most high, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just receive the listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
Really gotta stop like praise, yeah. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed and with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. It's a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
Mercy, mercy on you, mercy, mercy on me. They say the truth will set you free. See, prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael. Cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we back by the most high, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just receive the listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya.
Shalom Facebook, Shalom YouTube. Welcome to our prophecy class. Today we are in the book of Daniel, chapter 8. But before we get started, does anyone have any questions?
I had a question, but I don't know how to ask the question.
Well, no?
I said I have a question, but I don't know how to ask the question.
Oh,
When we were in Daniel 7, we went to 28 yesterday at 7 class. You would something about Hebrew names. I didn't quite get it all.
Hebrew names?
Yeah.
You talking about Hebrew names of the three brothers of Daniel?
That might have been what it was.
Yeah, I asked that, I think.
Benaniah said
Benaiah
it.
answered.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Daniel
for.
chapter 1.
Daniel chapter 1.
Uh-huh. In verse 6 and 7, it says, Now among these were of the children of Yehuda, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And unto them, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. You see it? You need to bring a microscope for your Bible.
Boy, she got a good eye.
I was trying to get a bigger Bible, a small one, but a bigger one with the writing bigger, like that one. But when I ordered it, it was the same as this one. I said, well, maybe y'all want me to have that one, so I go on and keep it. So Daniel 1, what, verses 7 and 8 you said?
6 and 7.
Oh, 6 and 7.
Mm.
Now among these were the children of Judah. Daniel, Hananiah, what is that? Mishael,
Mm-hmm.
Azariah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Until whom the prince of eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the names of, okay, those were the ones. Belshazzar, okay. Hananiah, okay. So that's the answer. Okay. Appreciate you, Doctor. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I missed that.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions? All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and get started again.
On Daniel, right?
We are in Daniel chapter 8, and really in chapter 7, we're getting more and more of Daniel having visions all the way up to the end of Daniel. In Daniel chapter 7, it says in verse 1, in the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters, right? Now let's pick this up in chapter 8.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 1. In the third year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first.
And that's why I made note of chapter 7, and that in the first year of Belshazzar, that's when Daniel had the dream of the four empires. Now, this is the third year of King Belshazzar, and Daniel's having another vision. And we're going to see what this vision is about. So we got the four empires coming upon the scene, and the end of those empires. But this is another vision Daniel's seeing, and we want to see if there is any relationship to the first vision that he did in the first year of Belshazzar's reign. Pick that up at verse 1 again, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw, that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Uli.
Let me ask you something about that particular verse there. It says, and I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision I was by the river Uli. Now, where's Shushan? What have you heard that name before?
Zach turned over there. He turned and looked at Shushan.
I mean, what have we seen this word, Shushan?
Keep on.
Huh?
I heard it was from heaven.
See, it's just a simple question. It's written down in the book, right? You've seen this name before in the book of Esther, all right? Now, Esther was under the Medo-Persian Empire, and her husband was Ahasuerus. But they were in Shushan too. So that means that they were in Persia, right? Because the Medo-Persian Empire, right? Now, Daniel's vision says he's in Persia, because he says he was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision I was by the river of Uli. Now, Elam eventually became Iran, because it's in the southern part of Iraq, right? I'm done. That's Babylon, but Elam is what we call Persia, Iran today. All right, so just to get you a little familiar with the people that we're dealing with here, the names and the things that our father saw. But this is also in the vision, but it was in the 3rd year of Belshazzar. So the vision got him in Iran, got him in Persia. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 3. Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great.
Now, this ram is naturally symbolic. So, what does this ram represent that has 2 horns, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last? What does this ram represent? It's symbolic, right? This is the vision he's seeing, though. And so he doesn't know what it means, but this is the vision he's seeing. Y'all was showing some crazy things, right? But that ram means something, right? You stop it. You finish up verse 4, Brother Stephen.
Yes, I did.
Pick it up at verse 5.
And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with choler against him, and smote the ram, and brake his 2 horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him.
Mm-hmm.
But he cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand.
Now, who is this ram? I mean, this goat. Who is this goat that seemed to be angry with the ram? And he runs smack into him and knock him down. Now, this ram, now remember now, the ram had two horns. And the higher one was behind the other one. But the goat had one horn. So, again, it's symbolic. They represent something.
Right.
But Yahweh put it in the form of these beasts. So, we can see, we're going to see who these beasts are, but the more we read, the more we understand who this second beast is, who this goat is. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 8. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven.
Now, does that ring a bell? Does that sound like something you might have seen before? Now, who would this goat represent then?
Greek Empire.
The Greek Empire? That's correct. It does represent the Greek Empire. So, if the goat represents the Greek Empire, what does the ram represent? I can't hear you.
Medes. He said the Medes.
The Medes and the Persians. That's correct. So now we got an understanding, and it's going to be verified as we continue to read, but now we got an understanding of the vision that Daniel's having because of the vision he had before. Because remember the four beasts that came up out of the sea? Well, that was symbolic also. So he put in the form of beasts, the visions are in the form of beasts to represent empires. Right. Right now we are in the empire of the fourth beast. So now we understand that verse 8 represents the Greek Empire, Alexander the Great, because it says in verse 8, therefore the he-goat was very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken. Right. So that means that Alexander the Great died, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. So those are his four generals that took over the Greek Empire, and that's where you get your Cleopatras and all the rest of those Greek, they call them Greek pharaohs, that ruled over Egypt. But the four generals that took over that spot was let me see here. Let's go on the side. Was Ptolemy, Seleucid, what's the other two?
Antioch.
And Macedonia.
No, that was part of the Syrians.
Macedonia. Right?
Luchabana.
And Ptolemy.
I already said that.
Is that Ptolemy?
Yeah.
How many you named? Seven? Seven of them, right?
No, there be four.
Four.
Ptolemy, Seleucid, Cassander, and Luchamana.
Right.
That's what it is. Okay, so again, we got that understood that these four notable ones that came out of the broken horn were the four generals, and they took over the empire, Greek Empire.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
Now, this is not the same little horn that we read about in the previous chapter, chapter 7. Because in chapter 7, there's another little horn that plucked up 3 of those horns off upon that dragon's back and kicked them out of the kingdom. So we understand what that little horn represented. That represented the papacy, the Pope. And so now we got another little horn here. But they're not the same. When you continue to read, this is going to come out of one of those 4 notable ones that came into power after Alexander the Great died. Read verse 9, verse 7.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
Mm-hmm.
And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them.
Now this is, he's making war with the children of Israel. And this little horn its name is Antiochus Epiphanes the Fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you remember his reign, he forbid the Jews to keep Yahweh's law.
Mm-hmm.
He forbid them from circumcising their children, and he forbid them from even having the law on them, or having the Bible on them. Now he hated the way the Jews carried themselves because they kept themselves separate. He wanted to Hellenize everybody because that's what General Alexander the Great wanted to do, Hellenize the whole world. Right? So now Antiochus Epiphanes got an issue with these Jews because they refused to be Hellenized. Right? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down.
So now it says that, yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host. Now this prince more than likely represented the priest, and host is just is the Hebrew word for host would be, I mean the English word for host would be army.
Mm-hmm.
And by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. So he's making war with the Jews here. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 12. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered.
Well, you understand the story that Antiochus Epiphanes wanted the Jews to sacrifice a sow on the altar unto Zeus. Well, that was the last straw.
Mm-hmm.
That kicked off the Maccabean Wars.
I was gonna ask that, yeah.
Yeah. So in the Maccabean Wars, what kicked it off, they killed the guy that came up to bring the sow. They killed. Now, the Maccabee refused to kill that sow on that altar, right? But one Jew that came up and said, "I'd do it," and they killed him. Right, and they killed the soldier that brought him up there. Right, so that they had the book, they had the guy of time right then and there.
Yeah.
So that began the Maccabean Wars. Am I being okay? But look at YouTube. You're buffering. Yeah, what's happening? You're buffering. Yeah, what's happening? There we go. It's what now?
The noise of a fire truck might show up.
Noise of a fire truck. What about it?
Well, there's a fire over there across.
Huh?
There's a fire over there by the back alley. and Psalm kind of put the fire, and he's putting the fire in the trash back, in the trash bin.
Okay, well, what that got to do with us?
Well, I'm letting you know the noise might interrupt.
Okay.
You go.
Yeah, I see it. Did you read verse 13, Brother Stephen?
No.
Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 13. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, Unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed.
It just so happens they had to purify that sanctuary because of the sow. They sacrificed on that altar. So it took them that long, and it just so happened at the end of the cleansing of that temple was the end of the Greek Empire. Now, this is where you get, is it Hanukkah? At the end of the year, and they celebrate with those candles.
Yeah, you're right.
That's Hanukkah, right? Well, this is where they got that from. When they rebuilt the temple, they didn't have any oil in the lamp, but the lamp stayed lit for 7 days. So again, that's what they also call the Feast of Dedication, right? They're celebrating the cleansing of the temple and the I guess the lamp that stayed lit without any oil in it. Shalom, Otis?
I told you he was coming.
Okay, so it took them that long. We got, it says, up to 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. All right, go ahead, Brother Second.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 15.
So, that's your question. So, in cleaning that temple, did they have to, was that everyday thing, 7 days a week?
No. This cleanse, it's being cleansed just for this particular purpose.
Okay.
Now, they had that duty in taking care of the temple, no doubt. The Levites had that duty. They had the chambers and things they had to keep clean around there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, notwithstanding, this particular one is about this sow.
Right.
Yeah. Because they couldn't enter that temple until they cleansed it.
I got that. That's almost like 6.5 years.
Yeah. It's, as a matter of fact, I think that's what I got here.
Yeah, 6.3. Yeah, I got 6.3.
Yeah.
01 calendar years. That's a long
Yeah. All this happened.
I know, right?
All this happened between 175 BC and 163 BC.
Right. Okay.
So you're looking at what you said was
6.301 calendar years.
okay. That sounds about right.
2,300 days. Yeah. 2,300 days equals 6.301 calendar years.
Okay. So that's why they get the people that fought in the Maccabean Wars. They were priests, and I think the most powerful of the priests were the Hasidim. They call them Hasidic Jews.
Okay.
But that's where they get Hasidic Jews from the Hasidim. And they were the fiercest fighters of the Levites. But once the war was over, they backed off the Maccabean Wars. And they lifted it into the hands of the rest of the priests that were still there. Now, this is where you get your John Hyrcanus from. You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
John Hyrcanus? Well, it just so happens that during the Greek Empire, the Edomites were forced to move into Judah, in southern Judah. And so they told the Edomites, you either learn Judaism or you get out. And so they taught them Judaism. That's why the Roman Empire put King Herod over Judea, because they didn't want to deal with them Jews, but Herod knew the ways of the Jews. Right? So we taught, because we taught them Judaism. And they're still practicing Judaism to this day. But it came from us. So, thank you, Father. Y'all just went from worse to worse. Worshiping another God, then teaching the enemy your own religion. And now they're using that religion to justify doing all kinds of wickedness. But these are Khazarians, though, mostly. Yeah.
So that's two questions. So during that 2,300 days, they were fighting also, and then it went back to clean. So it just took that long for them to clean and was fighting and
Right.
during that time.
Right.
So with them going, the Jews, those Esau going into the land. That's why some of them say they've been in the land for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Like because of after that point, some of them came in there and was still in the land because with our people.
Well, this happened again during the Greek Empire, right? So we're looking at, when was the Greek Empire? I had it down here.
Like 339, something like that.
Let's see.
BC.
328 BC.
Yeah.
323,
323.
23.
What did I say? 606? No, that was Babylonian. The Greek Empire, what did I say, 523?
532.
No, 323. Yeah, okay.
I said
323. My writing's fading out. I can't read it no more. But yeah, that was 323 BC till I think it lasted maybe a couple of hundred years, and then you kind of get the Roman Empire. But at the end of the Greek Empire, that's when you had Maccabean Wars. So we were winning the wars because we fought in a guerrilla style. We just fought in a military style. It was guerrilla, and that's what gave them the day. And they beat the Greek Empire, and they actually became independent until the Romans came in and took over.
During that time, I remember you saying we had our own coinage,
Had our own currency.
and everything.
Yeah, so we don't know whatever happened to it, but I'm pretty sure it might be very valuable by now. But yeah, we got so independent that we had our own currency. They put John Hyrcanus and people that under him as king, priests over the children of Israel, and so again that lasted until the Roman Empire came on board. So here we are today, still in the Roman Empire. Go ahead, Brother Scott.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 15. And it came to pass, when even I, Daniel, had seen the vision and sought for the meaning, then behold, there stood before me as the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Uli, which called and said, Gabriel, make this man to understand the vision. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision.
Now, who is this talking? This is Gabriel. Gabriel talking, right? And so we read about Gabriel once again in the book of Luke, visiting Mary, visiting Zechariah. So that shows that if he's here now in 553 BC, and he shows up over 100 years later, he's an eternal being. I mean, it gives credence to the fact that he's here, but he's also there hundreds of years later. Name comes back up.
He didn't do anything for Muhammad, did he?
I was just going to ask that.
Muhammad didn't understand
Wasn't
nothing. He spoke to Muhammad then.
Gabriel supposed to be an angel that talked to Muhammad.
In that cave.
Taught him in the Muslim house. Was it that Gabriel was supposed to do?
Yeah, I noticed the difference between how Gabriel treated Zechariah and Mary and how they treated Muhammad.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he just talked to Zechariah and Mary, but Muhammad said he grabbed Muhammad. Gabriel grabbed Muhammad and held him tight.
But he didn't give him no understanding because Muhammad couldn't read or write, huh?
That's what he said. That's what he told Gabriel. Right? So, what did Muhammad do? He ran home to his wife and put his head between her legs. I mean, on the lap.
That's all right, bro.
It's on Facebook, man. It's on YouTube, bro.
Oh, you gonna get a lot of kickback by that one.
Forgive me, please. I said it the wrong way. He laid it. Am I digging a hole deeper, bro? All right. Well, again, that aside, we're still talking about the angel Gabriel was talking to Daniel, and Daniel passes out. Now I don't know what kind of man Daniel was. Maybe he was a frail man. Doesn't look like he was in the best of health because he's always passing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the things he saw, I guess you don't know what you would do either. You might pass out too, and he's got to wake you up. But go ahead, brother. So read that verse 17.
So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be division.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep on my face toward the ground, but he touched me and set me upright.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time appointed, the end shall be.
Now, hold on a second now. In verse 17, he says, So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be division. But yet, in verse 19, he says, and he said, Behold, I will make thee know what shall be the last end of the indignation, for at the time appointed the end shall be. Now, we got two ends here. What is he referring to in the first end and the second end? There's two ends here. Something got to end at one point, is going to end again at another point.
Gotta be the Greek Empire.
Gotta
be that Greek Empire.
And the first one,
Yeah.
that's the Greek Empire. And what's the second one then?
It says
Roman Empire.
last end and so it's gotta be our time. In these days we live in.
Yeah, I'll be
Will that be
the one world order.
Yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
what, so that's
No, that'll be the revived Roman Empire, that one world order.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
But isn't this empire, this Roman Empire, falling right now?
Yeah, well, we're living in a fragmented Roman Empire. But the actual physical Roman Empire, yeah, it fell in 476 AD.
Father, where's the first end? Is that verse 19?
The first end is in verse 17.
That's verse 17. And that was the Greek Empire.
Yeah, he says in verse 17, So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be division. He just had a vision of the Medo-Persian Empire being overcome by the Greek Empire. That was the vision. You know, the ram and the he goat. That's the vision he had. Right, and this is how they're breaking it down to him. Said to let him know that the end of the vision, and that's going to be end of the rest of the prophecies concerning the four empires. So let's see. Let's pick this up at verse 20, Brother Stephen. And we're going to read something that we already knew when we started reading this particular chapter, but let it break it down itself. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 20. The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
Mm-hmm.
And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
Again, that was Alexander the Great. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Verse 22. Now that being broken, whereas four stood up for it, four kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power.
Remember the Ptolemies, the Seleucids, the Consander, the Germana. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Now, this is further into the future.
Right.
This is concerning that one world order that's going to come to pass. And we're going to have the Pope. This is be the Pope that'll be the king of that one world order. Right? You're going to have one religion, one currency, one economic system. Everything is going to be on the same page on that one world order. Because in their mind, this is the only way the world can have peace. So that's what they think they can bring peace, is like everybody have the same God, or the same religion, the same currency, same everything.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the one world order.
You know, Elder, praise God you mentioned that, because I was this morning, you know, you heard about these smart cities that they want to put in place, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things they said in these smart cities that they want to put in is a religious center.
Mm.
Now, I
Is this in the way?
now, I didn't say, they said a religious center, but a mosque too. So each city will have, so you don't have to go to travel to, I guess, you know, for spirituality purposes. They'll have a religious center in there for you, but they also have a mosque there also.
So you have a religious center and a mosque.
Yeah, but the religious center, see, what I found interesting when they said these smart cities would have that is that they have the mosque, right? So you would think the religious center, they'll break it up to Christianity, Judaism, the big three, right? Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, right? But it didn't say that. It just said a religious center where they can all come and practice, you know, their spirituality. But you also have a mosque here. So where is the church for the Christians? Where's the church? You know what I'm saying? But that was the question that came to mind when I was seeing that layout for these smart cities. So I just found that real interesting that you say that.
Who came up with the idea?
For these smart cities?
Mm-hmm.
That I think came from, if I'm not mistaken,
That would
when
be
they go to Davos every year.
Okay.
They come, all these world leaders and everything, they come together.
So what, they want to promote Islam in the smart cities?
Well, when I was seeing the layouts of these cities, how they want to make these 15-minute cities, what caught my eye was that they had a religious center. But they also, you would think that religious center would be enough. But the religious center is adjacent to the mosque.
What is that noise?
Somebody's phone.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that, Zach.
So they had some of those smart cities over in Europe. A lot of them they're trying to do. That's what they do in downtown Atlanta. Like they merging a lot of the stuff downtown Atlanta, where they got your food, retail, and your job all in one area, and that's what they consider smart city. So to break it down, we think of a smart city like everywhere, but they put them in different sections. So in Atlanta, we'll have like 7 smart cities. So they break into each section, even though you're Atlanta, but you got 7 smart cities in that one big city. And that's how they break it down, where people not realizing that's what they're doing. They sneaky with it, but a lot of European countries are already doing it. And China also. So they don't want you to drive, like they said, 15 minutes from your job. You can walk, catch the bus. They don't want you going nowhere. They want you right there. That's more of a, when they get ready to hit you, say, hey, y'all can't go nowhere, they can kind of put the military around there, saying, forcing you to, you gotta have a pass or something like that. Well, they did that during COVID too.
You know, that's in that belt line.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever been through the belt line?
Mm-hmm.
It's in.
Is that what that is? A smart
Yeah.
city?
That's a smart
Yeah,
city.
and it's supposed to cover all of the west, east, south, north side.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a walking trail, and you'll be able to walk from one side to the other. And then they have like some of them they have places you can rent and live. If you you've never been on the belt line, you can tour. It's very interesting that we didn't have that.
You been there?
Yes, I have. When it first started, it was a free trip. You didn't have to pay for it. We used to meet at Inman Park and get on the bus, and they'll take us when it first started, where they were gonna be putting this stuff. Not a little advanced, because it came to our senior group.
You gotta move over there.
And the belt line, the lady came, and then she was saying how they place all this different stuff and what they're working on now. You should see, it's more developed now than when they first started.
Didn't they find a dead body up there on the belt line a couple of weeks ago? A couple of months ago.
I don't know. I know they were having some issues with people riding people and taking stuff, but they worked that out because now they have police on motorcycles and on bicycles, the area, patrolling the area.
They could stop that, but like I was talking to somebody, you know, these Gentile women, they'll get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, want to walk on the nature
They
trail
walk on the belt line.
by themselves. All you gotta have 4 or 5 people walking in groups, you wouldn't have that problem. But you know, Elder, getting back to it, like what you're saying, man knows one thing. The old man you said a long time ago, as long as the world had one leader, it kind of fared all right. You had some semblance of peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, with one leader.
Yeah, well, not all leaders are great leaders, though.
And this thing now we're reading about, it's amazing we live to see this whole thing is being held up by Donald Trump.
Well, he's part of the formula
Yeah,
to bring this one world order together.
yeah, they got to get him out the way.
Yeah, because he got the whole world against
Yeah.
America now. So, and then you got turmoil in the streets.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
violence
so,
in the land, rule against rule.
that is that. So that's got to go down that way, man. That's it. Wasn't meant for Biden, it was meant for Trump.
Yeah, you know, I always thought they ever thought it before he died. He said Obama's the one. You know, I know you kept quiet. You said I ain't getting in that. And then I thought Obama. Then I said Biden got to be the one.
Mm-hmm.
But now, yeah, I kind of look like a Trump.
Yeah.
Unless somebody take him out and J.D. Vance is there.
But the thing is, again, we're coming up on the 4th of July.
Okay.
And that's 250 years. At the end of the empire. That's the timeline.
Right.
One pastor using not scripture, but one of the letters saying that the last Trump, where it says the last Trump, they were saying, oh, it's supposed to have been Donald Trump. Because it's at the last
Come
Trump.
on, man.
I was like, okay.
Really?
They're saying that's how we know that it's going to be because it's at the last Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously.
The last
At the
Trump.
last Trump. So Trump gonna be the last president, like the last
A
Trump.
translated word.
So I don't know what that translated word meant. I don't think it meant that, but it's at the last Trump. So I don't know what that was, but he used that saying at the last Trump.
Was this a white pastor?
No, brother.
Who?
Hebrew.
Who?
With
Hebrew
Jake.
brother. Yeah, there in Vegas.
Who?
He said it was Jake.
Jake?
Yeah.
He know he Hebrew.
He's Hebrew?
Yeah. Okay. What's his name?
Well, he
I
sounds
can't
like he's
think of his name
selling
right now.
propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it just so happens the Trump family came on the scene just in time to be the last Trump. How come Elder didn't pick up on that, Steve?
You can see why
We missed that thing, man.
that's something else.
But, go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, and what was it, 24?
You can read that, yeah.
And by his power, verse 24, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Now again, does this sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Because when we read in the previous chapter, you see that little horns make a war with the saints and are going to overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have here in verse 24, it says, "In his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people." So we read that in chapter 7. And we also read it in Revelation 13. Well, the beast is going to make war with the saints and overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the prophecy still repeats itself
Right.
all through the book, just in different forms and different visions, but it still points to the same thing, that the saints are going to be sought to be destroyed. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Now, who is this Prince of Princes? Yahshua.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Prince, of King of Kings,
Right.
right? So he said he's gonna make war. He's gonna stand up against the prince. He's gonna stand up against the Mashiach, but he shall be broken without hands. So we know what's gonna happen. We see the Mashiach come out of the heaven on a white horse and coming to judge and to make war.
Right.
Right. Well, that he gonna think he can fight against somebody coming out the clouds.
Wow.
No airplanes, no spaceships, no missiles. There's a man on a horse coming out the clouds, and then a whole bunch of folk coming out the clouds on horses.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're gonna foolishly think they can beat them. Yeah, well, it is written there's gonna be a lot of blood being shed. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 26. And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it.
So again, he asked, the angel came and explained it to him. He still didn't understand what it was saying because it wasn't meant for him to understand.
Right.
Right? He was just told to write the vision down. And so he wrote the vision down. This is meant for another generation. So we would be that generation of the children of Israel that will understand what he's saying here, because all these things have already come to pass. We've already had the Babylonian Empire, we already had the Medo-Persian Empire, we already had the Greek Empire, we already had the Roman Empire. So it's all listed in this book here. So we can look back and look at the book and look at the past and say, well, they match up. These things came to pass, were written down that came to pass, and they did come to pass as if they couldn't stop themselves. So we're doing the same thing in reading our book, we see our past, we see America's past in here, and see us in here in America at the same time. So that just so coincide with the seed of Abraham being slaves. So that we match up with that. Nobody else can match up with it. As a matter of fact, we read all the curses written down in Deuteronomy 28. Nobody fixed those curses but us. Some of the curses came to pass when our father was still in the land. And that curse was about that they would eat their own children, cannibalize their children. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that happened during the time of Elisha, the prophet. And Yahweh put a famine in the land of Israel, and they were eating their babies. So that was in the curses. And so now we see in the rest of the curses coming to pass in our time that we would come to Egypt again on slave ships and be sold as slaves, and no man would buy us, right? Who does this represent? So you got to look at the whole story now. You got to look at this whole book from cover to cover, because when you read the curses, that's very interesting. That it doesn't fit no one else but us. So better go and start in the beginning and see, what does this book really say? And how do we get to this point that we're over here and everybody hates us? They've always hated us. They were reading the books. Y'all said, folk gonna hate you. They said, you're gonna have enemies. So what choice do you have? I mean, it's like right there in your face that you're the chosen people and that you're going to have to go through these changes, because the nations are being ruled over by Satan, and Satan turned the people against us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's go. Let's finish.
You know what, Elder? I think some of our people would actually believe what's in this book, but they just don't know what's in there. They don't know about Genesis 15 and Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, I know, man.
Because if you show some of our people, just like Otis, me and him was talking years and years ago, and I showed him some things, and here he is. He's up here with us. Some people, they just don't know what's in that book.
You don't want to know.
Yeah. Because they're teaching so much garbage out of a history book, and people taking it at face value. Nobody reads.
Yeah, no. So that leaves the door open for them to come up with their own doctrine.
Yeah.
Because I think I heard lately, I think one of these either hip-hop stars or somebody said that God was a woman.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. But you know, they got that thing now saying the creation said it was a woman, a man on one side, and a woman on the other side. And they had to be split down the middle. They say God did not take a rib out of a man to make a woman. Say that's nonsense.
Who said this?
In fact, your boy sent that. He sent that to me on my phone.
Who?
The guy in the red truck. Ethiopian dollar.
Well, that must have come from America then.
I think people believe, the reason they don't want to believe because me and definitely talked about one of my friends that worked at the job. They don't want to believe because they think the Most High as like how we think, and so I had this even Christian family members saying, "Hey, why I wouldn't be mad at my child for this long, for 400 years, or I wouldn't let my child die for me," and so you always have to remind them, the Most High don't think like you. So he has other reasons why he does things. And his thoughts are not like ours. But they always think like, hey, if that was my child, I wouldn't punish them that long. I wouldn't punish them for this. So how could I believe something like that if God, that old God, that God in the Old Testament is different from the God in the New Testament. The New Testament, that God loves you. That old God is fire and brimstones and a punishment, and you'll die and put plagues on you. They don't want to believe that. They want to believe God is all loving to every man, and that's the hard part. They don't want to believe that God has laws and wants you to abide by His laws. And these people think we got freedom of choice, and that's the problem, because people want to think they want to do what they want to do, and then ask for forgiveness after they do it.
Do they ask for forgiveness?
No, that's it. What's the old saying? It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. They do it first,
okay.
then ask for forgiveness. After
So they know it's wrong.
Yeah, a lot of them know it's wrong. The Christian church will tell them, as long as you repent before you die.
Oh yeah, we heard that. I heard that when I was 5 years
all right.
old.
Yeah, but you're stuck. You don't know when you're going to die. So when you die before you ask forgiveness, then what?
A lot of them ain't thinking that.
What they say, Elder? You can be laying on your deathbed, worst Negro in town.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Jesus, forgive me.
Right.
From there you good.
Right.
I've heard that when I was 7, 8
Oh,
years
yeah.
old.
Oh, man.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I heard that when I was a kid.
As long as you got breath in you can say it.
You got a chance.
And you can get it.
And this is Christianity.
Hope they don't do a lot of jobs.
They have an answer for all of that stuff because what if a judgment day? They don't get a judgment. That's what they're saying. That die, that's it. That's what a lot of
So they don't believe they're going to be judged?
they don't believe
Now,
it.
a lot of them believe they're going to, when they die, they're going to heaven if they live a good life. I was at a funeral this week, and the pastor said, you know, me and my niece looked at each other. Now she was like looking at me, and the pastor said, yeah, she's up in heaven now. Me and my niece just looked at each other. I was like, you know, we just paying respect for my aunt. But the pastor was like, yeah, she's up in heaven now, and we like,
I know you knew better, but how'd your niece know?
she's trying to find herself, and so I've been having a talk with her. So
Okay.
She been like dating somebody that was a Muslim, and then somebody was Jehovah's Witness, and I was like, baby girl, you mixing yourself, you just confusing yourself, and I had to break it down to her.
Oh, really?
So she knows something. So I had to let her know, like, nah, do that to you. So you get some stuff mixed up. So I had to, let her know.
You broke it down to her.
Throw down.
So she like, really? She's like, it don't say nowhere in the Bible when you going to heaven.
Well, praise God. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Did you finish that up, Brother Stephen?
I'm at chapter 9.
Okay.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 1. In the first year of Darius, the son of Ahasuerus, of the seed of the Medes, which was made king over the realm of the Chaldeans, in the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the number of the years whereof the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah the prophet, that he would accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem. And I set my face unto Yahweh Elohim to seek by prayer and supplication, with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed unto Yahweh my Elohim, and made my confession, and said, O Yahweh, the great and dreadful God, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments. We have sinned, and have committed iniquity, and have done wickedly, and have rebelled even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments. Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets, which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Yehuda, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee.
Mm-hmm.
O Yahweh, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
Mm-hmm.
To Yahweh our Elohim belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against him.
Mm-hmm.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our Elohim to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moshe, the servant of Elohim, because we have sinned against him. And he has confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven has not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moshe, all this evil is come upon us. Yet make we not our prayer before Yahweh our Elohim, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Therefore have Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For Yahweh our Elohim is righteous in all his works which he doeth, but we obeyed not his voice. And now, O Yahweh our Elohim, that have brought forth thy people forth, verse 15, and now, O Yahweh our Elohim, that have brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and has gotten thee renown, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. O Yahweh, according to all thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let thine anger and thy fury be turned away from thy city, Jerusalem, thy holy mountain, because for our sins and for the iniquities of our fathers, Jerusalem and thy people are become a reproach to all that are about us. Now therefore, O our Elohim, hear the prayer of thy servant and his supplications, and cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary that is desolate for Yahweh's sake. O my Elohim, incline thine ear and hear, open thine eyes and behold our desolations and the city which is called by thy name. For we do not present our supplications before thee for our righteousnesses, but for thy great mercies. O Yahweh, hear. O Yahweh, forgive. O Yahweh, hearken and do. Defer not for thine own sake, O my Elohim, for thy city and thy people are called by thy name. And whilst I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my supplications before Yahweh my Elohim for the holy mountain of my Elohim, yea, whilst I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening oblation.
Now this does not mean that the angel Gabriel had wings.
Right.
But that's the image we've been fed for hundreds of years, that all the angels of heaven had wings. Yeah, but it didn't say he had wings. He said he flew. Right? So science and technology has shown you that you don't have to have wings to fly. So if science and technology can do it, how come they can do it up in heaven when they fly? I mean, when you look at the behavior of the cherubims and the spirit that was between them, the wheel in the middle of the wheel, those cherubims that Ezekiel saw, he saw the spirit moving like lightning back and forth among the chariots. So what makes you think that Gabriel can move like lightning too? Remember, time and space don't have no effect on these angels.
Right.
So, and then you look at, are you serious? I don't recognize the number. I forgot where I was. Oh yeah. Gabriel was flown swiftly while Daniel was still praying. So he's seen a lot of angels. He's seen the big angel too, Gabriel. He's seen him. So Daniel seems to be always surrounded by angels. And he can see them, even though some folk couldn't. But he could see the angel. But I don't know what it was about his physical well-being, but he always passed out when he saw them angels. So it wouldn't surprise me if he passed out with Gabriel, because he already did it once. Go ahead, Brother Stevis.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 22. And he informed me and talked with me and said, O Daniel, I am now come forth to give thee skill and understanding. At the beginning of thy supplications the commandment came forth, and I am come to show thee, for thou art greatly beloved. Therefore understand the matter and consider the vision.
He greatly beloved. The people in heaven love this guy. And he just said, after I finished confessing my sin, remember? But Yahweh, the angel Gabriel said, you still beloved. A flesh and blood man is beloved up in heaven. Huh? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Let me start at Daniel chapter 9, verse 23 again. At the beginning of thy supplications the commandment came forth, and I am come to show thee, for thou art greatly beloved. Therefore understand the matter and consider the vision. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy.
Now, let's look at that verse again. It says 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city. So the 7 weeks does not consist of the whole story. So you can look at that 7 weeks as something symbolic again, right? So the 70 weeks will be 70 weeks of years, right? So a week is 7 days long. So you take the concept of 7 days being a year. That's right. Those 7 days being a year, and then multiply by 70, you come up with what? 490 years? Right? So, but look what's going to happen in that 70 weeks. It says in verse 24, 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the what? Transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and anoint the most holy. That's 7 things. So 70 weeks you couldn't do that in 70 weeks, actual weeks. So it's talking about years, 70 weeks of years. So we got 490 years of working with, right? Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Mashiach the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the walls, even in troublous times.
So that's just 69 weeks. Not the 70 weeks you just mentioned. This is just 69 weeks. One of them weeks is missing. But look what he says is going to happen in that 69 weeks. It says, know therefore, verse 25, know therefore, and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. That's 69. The street shall be built again in the wall, even in troublous times. So you go back to when the children of Israel came out of the Babylonian captivity and start over again. We're looking in the book of Ezra and in the book of Nehemiah. When Ezra was talking about Jerusalem, he was talking about building that temple back. Right? There's a rebuilt temple. It wouldn't be what you call a second temple. Herod made that second temple. But we rebuilt the temple that was destroyed by the Babylonians. And then you got, in the book of Nehemiah, was the one responsible for building up the wall around the city. Because all the great cities had walls, keep out the invaders. And it says here in verse 25, know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore. Now, when was the going forth of the commandment? Well, that's written in the book of Ezra. It gives a date as to when Cyrus allowed them to go and rebuild that temple. Going forth to commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah shall be 483 years. Now, when was the commandment given for them to restore the Jerusalem? Again, that's in the book of Ezra. And I think, what is the date I got on there?
457. 457 years.
No,
Oh, the date.
the date.
457 BC.
450. Is it 457?
I got 457.
Okay. 457. The commandment went forth from Cyrus, and then 20 years later they had to start over again with Darius and Artaxerxes. And so we're looking at the timeline for that Jerusalem be rebuilt, and the Messiah should show up in AD 26. You look at the timeline in the book of Matthew, in the book of Luke, and the book of John, they have the Mashiach showing up at 26 AD to get his baptism. Okay, so that lines up with the prophecy written here. That's already come to pass. So he shows up right on time on the very date that the angel Gabriel telling him when he's going to show up. Now go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 26. And after 62 weeks shall the Mashiach be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined.
So we understand what happened. They crucified the Mashiach. That's what it means when it says it shall be cut off. It says after 62 weeks shall the Mashiach be cut off. He crucified, was buried, and he rose up on the third day and went off to heaven. It said, but not for himself. He'd get any gain out of it for anything personal for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolation are determined. Now, when was the sanctuary destroyed? When was the city destroyed? Jerusalem. In 70 AD, right?
70 AD, yeah.
The Roman Empire destroyed it in 70 AD, so that's already happened.
Right.
And but we still have 1 week missing. You remember? It was 7 weeks that are determined on your people. Well, all we got is 69 weeks, and that's lasted all the way up until after the Mashiach, after Jerusalem was destroyed. Right? So where's that last week? Where's that last week at?
You're still waiting for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
So that's that last week.
Right.
So that last week is 7 years. right? So, but in the midst of that 7 years, right in the middle of it, he's going to break the covenant, right? So how long is half of 7?
3.5.
2.5 years, isn't it?
That's right.
So he's going to confirm it for 7 years, but he's going to, in the middle of that 7-year pact, peace agreement, he's going to break the peace agreement. Now the question is, who is this peace agreement going to be between?
And that's the brother and our cousins, huh?
The ones fighting each other now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Pope is going to broker a peace agreement between these two warring factions. All right, but he's himself going to break that covenant because he wants to be the king of the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to a brother that left here where knowledge really get cut off. He said, man, the Pope, he's going to broker peace between them Palestinians and those Israelis, and that's going to be it. He's going to be the one. I said, nah, bro. That's just going to be something to throw people off. He can't do that. I said, if he does that, the Messiah don't need to come back.
Yeah.
But that's his thinking on that, though.
He used to be here?
Yeah, he gone with secular stuff. What he read and what he sees.
Well, that's where it goes sometimes. So again, after the destruction of Jerusalem, Roman Empire was still in power, and that's when the Catholic Church came out of the Roman Empire. So we got here in verse 27, he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. In the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the desolation, oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So we're looking at an end time scenario that the abomination of desolation will be that Pope that's going to stand up and say, I'm God. Right? And he's going to make people think that he's God.
Wow.
Well, I mean, a lot of people got to be fooled.
Mm-hmm.
But Jake can be very desperate because you can't buy nor sell unless you have that name, number, and mark.
Right.
So I got to feed my babies.
You're talking about a lot of single women, huh?
And you better believe it.
With children, I can see them getting caught up in that. Go back to what Zach said. If they ain't got a husband, they might do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's continue, Brother Steph.
Yeah. Haven't heard this Pope say much about this Israel, Gaza conflict.
He's been kind of
He
quiet.
hasn't said anything. He did mention, though, I want to say a few days ago, that Trump is now putting together another peace plan. And according to them, Netanyahu don't like it. So I think it's a 20-point peace plan, if I'm not mistaken. I read it this morning. But nevertheless, he did mention something about like how he's liking how Trump is dealing with that situation with Israel and Gaza, trying to make peace with them because he's like, God loves everybody. We all God's children. He said that, so that's the most that I got out of him because I've been following him. They got the Vatican News and the Jerusalem Post, so I've been trying to see what he's going to say, or has he said anything? So that's about the most he has said about the Israel-Gaza conflict. Like he likes what Trump is doing, but as far as like his personal, thing on it, he hasn't said anything. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, he ain't got that evil spirit coming upon him yet.
Right.
Because he real laid back, real quiet, ain't saying too much, making no noise. So he's gonna come out the blue. When Satan get in him, his whole features may change. Eyes get bigger, smile get bigger. Hey, how y'all doing?
You're right, bro.
That's a good point though, because the other popes, they made a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Even before.
Yeah.
This one just quiet coming in.
Yeah.
Then quiet, doesn't it kind of this is me talking. It kind of makes me wonder to be quiet for the storm. With this one, that's just me.
Yeah. Well, we can speculate all day on this thing, man.
Yeah.
All we got is this here to tell us what's about to come to pass. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 1. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. In those days I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. And in the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the burial, and the face of his appearance of likeness. His body also was like the burial, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Now, we know this is an angel he's describing. But you ain't never seen an angel like this one here. Now, it says here, this is during the time of Cyrus, king of Persia. Now, Cyrus had sent the children of Israel back to the land. But Daniel's still there in Persia. He didn't leave. He stayed put. Right? What is Hiddekel?
Would it be the Tigris?
By verse 4, and in the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel. What is that? Tigers?
Yeah, Tigris.
All right, just see if y'all still awake. Go ahead, Brother Stephen. So this is, I'm just going to say this is a very strange looking angel here. Yeah.
So, I just noticed he's in mourning for the vision. He's not fasting, he's mourning, right? For 4 weeks, but it ain't eating that.
Yeah, he's mourning for 3 weeks, yes.
Because the destruction that's coming upon our people. That's what he's mourning for.
The thing about to come upon his people.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, so he's mourning for three weeks.
Now we don't know what he's mourning about.
Okay. I was just wondering if that's
the reason was for what he would be mourning.
Probably because of the vision that he saw. He felt like
the one he's about to see.
Well, the vision that he saw in chapter 9.
In chapter 9.
All those visions, the vision of angels coming to him.
Well, that was during the time of the Darius.
Okay.
Right.
So this is a different time.
This is Cyrus here.
So
remember that Darius the Mede that came in chapter 5 and took over Babylon. Well, they said that was his son that took over Babylon.
So we don't know what he's mourning.
What is mourning for, right? We don't know. He just said it was mourning.
But I just know that's a long time. He said he ain't eating that for 3 whole weeks.
Well,
we can't go 3 days.
He's a prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if man feel bad about something, I'm all right with it. That's what he want to be.
That spirit sustained him, didn't it?
Yeah, probably was. There's something on his mind.
Yeah.
Right? And this taking its energy from him. That he didn't want to eat. So whatever he's seeing, what was on his mind, is troubling to him. So he couldn't eat. And now he's having another vision. He's seeing another angel. It says in verse 5, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold or uphaz. His body was also like beryl. The color of beryl is topaz. And his face as the appearance of lightning. How's that possible? And his eyes as the lamps of fire. And his arms and his feet in color to polished brass. And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. That scared me. Because this does not look like a man, doesn't sound like a man. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 7. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me, for my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength.
Now, only Daniel could see this. Right? The men could not see what he saw. But some scared them. And they took off running.
It ain't funny.
They couldn't see it.
They knew something.
There's some of them right. There's something didn't feel right. They took off running. See, y'all feel that? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, one start running, all the rest of them take off with it. Yeah.
Just do a little quick thing. One morning I woke up. My mirror up against the wall in the bedroom started vibrating. Started hitting like in the middle of the night.
Oh man!
I woke up and my wife was like looking at each other. And it was like, okay, I was like, we got a ghost in here or something.
Is this a hotel room?
No, it's like at the house.
At the house?
Yeah, but come to find out it was an earthquake. Cause I couldn't go back to sleep. I was like,
It was an earthquake at your house?
Earthquake. It started in Tennessee, but we could feel it down here.
You weren't here in Georgia?
I was here in Georgia, yeah. And our mirror was bouncing back and forth against the wall, but the earthquake. This been like some years ago.
It was on the news, right?
Yeah, it was on the news. And I woke up and it scared me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I can see when it was like, but I was like in the bed like, okay, what I need to do.
Man, I got
about that baptism, did
Zach, you hit him below the waist.
I was sleeping on the couch.
Oh, did you the same way?
Yeah, and I'd say, oh, that's a cat running through the house. See, a cat can run through a house and shake a whole house.
What cat you talking about?
A cat, a meerkat. A cat can run through a house and shake the whole house. And I said, oh, I was laying up there. I said, oh, that's a cat running through the house, because when I lived in the country, we'd have cats running through the house. And anyway, it went on, then I started thinking, I said, no, it's not a cat. I said, it's just a brick house, and a cat can't shake it. And I realized, I said, hey, that's an earthquake.
Okay. You got the ticket.
That's right.
It's been some years ago it happened.
I don't recall,
which
means I'm gonna have to cut back on a remake.
No, you were sleeping good at me.
I didn't feel nothing,
Well, we had a tremolo here in the Cobb County. I wasn't out here at that time, but I remember that.
I should have felt that for me.
Man, you should have. I tell you what, I would sleep on the couch, and I tell you what, it shook. I'm talking about it.
It wasn't long. It was maybe 10 seconds, but for that 10 seconds,
that's right.
You think it's like 2-3 minutes, but for something to move like that for 10 seconds, you move like that. And so for them to see that it's an earthquake and all of them ran, I can understand them ran.
I just have to miss them from now on, bro. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the earthquakes. But go ahead, brother. So we see that what Daniel saw scared him to death, and the men did not see what he saw, but they ran away. Right? Because they say something don't look right. Looking at Daniel, looking around, looking at Daniel, looking around, said, let's go. So, and Daniel, of course, passed out. it says in verse 8, therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision. There remained no strength in me, for my comeliness was turned in me unto corruption, and I retained no strength. I don't know, he might have sawed himself or what.
Yeah, that's what we always thought, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you see something that you just don't understand, you're scared to death, right? And he's the only one can see it. Nobody else can see it. So he said, my comeliness was tamed in me into corruption, and I retained no strength. He passed out again. Go ahead, Stephen.
Verse Daniel chapter 10, verse 9. Yet heard I the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground. And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my hands. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright. For unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling. Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, but from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy Elohim, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. Below, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia.
So we have here the changing of kingdoms. He said, but the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, but lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. So you got angels fighting these wars.
Right.
But they're flesh and blood men that are dying. So how does an angel fight another angel? They can't kill each other. Right? So they have to go through men, and the wars that we men fight, even World War I, World War II, any kind of wars that men fight, those are angelic wars. Right? Because in this particular case, the Persians did not want to give up their empire.
Right.
And they're fighting against the Greek Empire, Alexander the Great. So this angel and Alexander and Michael was helping them overcome the Persian Empire. So we read about that again in chapter 8 about the Greek and the ram and the goat. Well, we recognize that, but we got a little bit more intricate here. You see a transition of power from the Medo-Persian to the Greek Empire. They don't want to give it up, so Michael's coming to help fight the battles of the Greek Empire. But again, these are angelic battles, though. Let me see here. This is Michael now. This first time you see Michael being mentioned, that he's one of the angels that we know about. We don't know any other names of any other angels. Just these two angels here, Michael. We don't even know who this angel is that's talking. This is not Gabriel. This angel here is the one that looks so strange, but he's the one telling Daniel, said, I've been sent to you, Daniel, to break some things down to you, but I need Michael to help me so I can get here on time to talk to you, because the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, so he needed help. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 14. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days.
So that's not going to occur during his time then, right? Now he said, now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days. So it's important for us to know these, because these are the latter days. But we're going to read what brought these latter days, how we recognize that these are the latter days, by what's written in in Daniel chapter 11. But go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 15. And when he had spoken such words unto me, I set my face toward the ground, and I became dumb. And behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my master, by the visions my sorrow are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength.
This is another angel.
Whoa.
This is not the same angel that talked to him before. Because when he passed out, another angel came and picked him up. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 17. For how can the servant of this my master talk with this my master? For as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me.
Mm-hmm.
Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthened me and said, O man greatly beloved, fear not. Peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened and said, Let my master speak, for thou hast strengthened me.
This is another angel. It's not the same angel we just read about a few verses up. This is another angel. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Verse 20. Then said he, Knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Greece shall come.
Mm-hmm.
But I will show thee that which is noted in the scripture of truth, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things, but Michael, your prince.
So we're looking at this explanation of the end time scenario in our time.
Mm-hmm.
This is why Yahweh opened up this book to us to let us know, yeah, I'm writing about y'all now. And then, you know, I got my servant Daniel to write these things down for this generation so they can see for themselves that he's speaking the truth. But we have to go through the steps that we get to where we are today. Because what Daniel 11 is going to take us to is that one world order. And that's coming to pass pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go speed through this, so I'm going to stop right here. Daniel chapter 11, pretty big chapter, got 45 verses, but you got to break these verses down because we're talking about two timelines here, and I don't want to just rush through that. So I'm going to stop right here and open the floor for questions. Does anyone have any questions?
Great class, bro.
Yes.
Those angels have been surrounded and came at him one at a time.
What did
He
he say?
said, did those angels have Daniel surrounded, or did they come at him one at a time?
They were probably all of them down there surrounding him, or they would just appear. Yeah, and I'll wake him up.
Wake him up.
I mean, when you need an angel to wake you up, you was knocked out.
Then you come out of Nashville.
Yeah.
Out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And pass right through. And it was the brick house I was in there. They just shook it like everything. And I told my wife, I said, it was a tornado that went through there. She said, no, it was an angel.
Oh, yeah? Did you see it?
No, I didn't
Did
see
she
it,
see it?
No, she didn't see it either. I don't think she wants to see it.
But
She didn't want to see it either.
I mean, it makes sense. Look at what happened to Daniel.
I want to go further. I had a friend had never been out of Alabama, and her sister come down from California to her back to California with me. And just went up. I was talking to her about it, and she said, "Yeah, I was ready to come back from California, and they wouldn't bring me back from California." And said, "I packed my clothes, and I was going to walk back from California to Alabama, where she lived at." She said, I was coming home. And they had to catch her and put her on the plane and send her back home.
Hmm.
I think she's still living. I don't know. I don't know if she's still living or not.
Well, no one has any more questions. Do you have some?
So yesterday, when you was talking as far as about praying, you said about the young gentleman that wanted you to pray, and you said that you want to make sure he pray to Yahweh, he believes in Yahweh. You could usually pray to somebody that would giving the glory to somebody else.
Yeah.
At the end of service. So I want to understand how let's see if I can get this right. The difference between that, it might be a prayer healing with Yahshua did. There were two different situations where the centurion came to him, but he asked, I don't know if he prayed for his action to heal his servant or pray for his servant, heal his servant.
Heal the servant.
And the Samaritan, the woman that came to him, but when he told her the first couple of times, he said, "Why give food to the dogs?" But she also asked for healing for her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Those two, one last situation, when the prophet, I don't know which book, it's in the Kings or something like that, where one of the kings of one of the other countries, their general got leprosy, and he told him to go down to the river and wash, and he didn't want to do it, but he ended up going down to the river and wash the Jordan and then wash himself. So how is that different than that situation as far as when somebody asks you to pray for them?
Well, as far as the Syrian general, Naaman, they told Naaman to go down to Elisha, right? So he got healed of his leprosy. He said that he believes in Yahweh now, but forgive him when he go into the temple of his god Nisroch with his king. Right. So the king had a god, so but he knew about Yahweh. But that's what that was all about. And as far as that was, what's the other two?
The centurions that came to Yahshua and asked him to heal his servant.
Yeah.
Because the servant and the lady.
Yeah, in the case of the centurion, look at what he said. He said, "I've never seen such faith in Israel." So we're talking about faith here, right? He went to a Jew. He knew about the God of the Jews, right? He heard about Yahshua, he was healing people, so he came to him for his servant's sake. And his servant must have been a Jew. That's why we're headed that way. He wasn't going to help that centurion. He was going to help his servant, right? But the centurion showed how much faith he had that he could do it. He said, "I'm not going nowhere. He already healed." Right? So about faith in that case there. And the other was the woman with the devil, the daughter was vexed with the devil. He didn't want to help her. Remember?
Yeah. That's what I said. I remember that part. He said, "Why give food to the dog?"
Yeah, it's not right to give the children's food to catch the dog.
Jesus turned somebody down.
No, he never did that. That was Yahshua.
I know, but I'm just saying, Jesus loved everybody.
I know, bro. He would have never called a woman a dog, man. But in that case, what it shows is he wouldn't help her, but then he told her, "I'm not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel," right? And she still wouldn't let him go.
Right.
And she said, he told her, "Woman, great is your faith. Be it as you will." And her daughter was healed that very hour. Same with the centurion and the servant was sealed that very hour when he said it. They both got healed. But they went to the source. Right? So what I was talking about yesterday was somebody that maybe worship another God. And we didn't have that. These people, these strangers, worship Yahweh, believe in Yahweh. Right? Now this person that seeking my help is having hard trouble. I don't know who this God is. But it don't match up with the people in the book. They knew about Yahweh. We're talking about the Roman Empire.
So those people, and that was their faith, not necessarily with what they faith is their belief in something not seen, but it was more up to them based on their faith.
Mm-hmm.
That right there.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to you would be more of a faith thing to help guide for guidance.
Well, they know that you're a godly man, and that just same thing with the prophets.
Okay.
Because I think in Elijah's case, he brought a boy back to life,
Mm-hmm.
and his mother said, "Now I know your God is in you."
But
Right.
the Mashiach didn't pray for them people, he helped them, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
difference.
that's what I was trying to say. Would that be considered almost prayer, or is that just a healing?
He just
That's
ate
kind of,
It wasn't a prayer,
yeah, I was in prayer. Just
right? It was a request
Right.
to be healed.
Okay.
You know, when you're out down the street, you have to be careful. Those guys standing at the edge of the expressway and everything, you give them money, and they say, "Bless you in the name of JC."
Yeah, I know, bro. Well, what
And-
you gonna do?
But it's not like you're giving money to Christian churches, helping a stranger out. But I told one of them, I say his name is Yahshua. That was years ago. I say his name is not JC, it's Yahshua. He said, "I knew his name Yahshua, but I speak English." So he know better.
What that person could have done, if he hadn't made a public thing out of it, was that I could have prayed for him, and he'd never know it.
Right. That's right.
Right. That way, if Yahweh heal him, then we know Yahweh heal him, and he'll think of his God heal him. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
But when they ask you to pray now, you can't do it now. So, but if you know about them, you see they need prayer, yeah, go ahead and pray for them.
you know, the perfect example, Elder. I told you this about 2 or 3 times. My little silly niece, she was over there on Camp Creek. Part ways, some people walked up to her and say, "Can I pray for you, young lady?" Yeah, you can pray for me. So they prayed for about 4 or 5 people, young people. They said, "Do you know who I pray for you?" She said, "No, I prayed to Satan for you."
Ah.
Satan. They worship Satan.
I tell you, man, they out there. Yeah. Is there any more questions? Okay. Let's see what's on chat. Yeah.
I left one on there, Elder, for you to make a decision on how you want to deal with it. There's a lot of people on there, so there may be some new time listeners, so they may have some. You just tell me what you want to do.
Okay. Then they're not making a nuisance of themselves, are they?
No, he said something, but they got quiet. They went to
I got Repentant Judah on YouTube. Shalom, Repentant Judah. Shalom, Sister Susie Garman. Shalom, Drayson Righteous. Shalom, Ishai. 777. I think that's a number. Shalom, Humble Rollers. ATL. Shalom, Julius Brown. Shalom, Brother Abraham Ben Israel. Shalom, Angeline Rowe. Shalom, Shalom, Sister Neriah. Shalom, Brother Malachi. Shalom, Greg Rucker. Shalom, Melinda Curry. Shalom, Elder Tobiah. Shalom, Elder Hiram. How you doing? Let's see here. Got back home from hospital 4:30. Praise Yah. Shalom, Yashar is love. Shalom, Brother McAnderson. Shalom, Lonely Red Wolf. Shalom, Power Play for Real. Shalom, Morning Crisp. Shalom, Leslie Azariah. Always catch me doing that. Shalom, Cujo Goody. Nah. he may, he know I'm gonna do that. Shalom, Brother Azariah. Let's see. I think that's Elder Azariah. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Shalom, Brother Eliyahu. Shalom, Sister Rachel. Shalom, Brother Hodiah. Shalom, Clarence Marks and Sister Yolita. Shalom, Roosevelt Petrie. Shalom, Elder Mick. Shalom, Brother Alahayan and Sister Malaka. Shalom, Elder Elazar, Mother Akia. Shalom, Brother Benaiah. Shalom, Sister Navar. Shalom, Heads Fire. I keep forgetting to ask Heads to make me one of them CDs with them brothers on there singing Praise Yah. You know that CD? That's the first song on the CD.
What CD? What you talking about? On YouTube?
No, the one we made about 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. CD.
Yeah. I got one, but I want one for Mother Card too.
He stuck around and got quiet. So.
Oh, this guy here?
Yeah, so I thought about Yahshua. Seeing out the lost sheep, so we'll see what's up. He stuck around and got quiet.
Okay, so he hit me twice. Shalom, Shalom, Brother Ezra. Elder, overheard a conversation with a couple of Israelites saying they want to be at the marriage of the Lamb instead of the wilderness. You can't have one before the other. We're looking at the new heaven and new earth when that marriage is supposed to take place. But first of all, you need to make it through the 1,000 years of the Mashiach's kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So the wilderness experience is very needful to purge out the rebellious and the transgressors. So we don't know whether you're rebellious or you're a transgressor, but yeah, you're going to need to go through that wilderness experience because it's going to change you. Once you come out the wilderness, just like it changed our fathers when they came out the wilderness, they weren't the same people. So yeah, I don't know what these brothers are talking about, but yeah, that how you going to be at the marriage of the Lamb and not experience the wilderness experience? You got to follow the book, right? Not what you want. Yeah, you hope you can get that far. I hope I can get that far too.
Unless you were born to 1,000 years.
Yeah. One to M. Shelton, Shalom, Shatil Hill, Shatia.
Yeah, my last slave last name Hill.
Oh, okay. Shalom. Is that Yirmiyahu? Yeah, that's him. Shalom, Brother Yirmiyahu. Says a powerful new moon service. All right.
Yeah,
it was. Yes, by Daniel 10 and verse 3 is what people call the Daniel fast today. You got people doing that now. Have y'all heard of this?
Oh, yeah.
The Daniel
The Daniel fast?
Yeah, that's Daniel fast.
That went right past me. You ever heard of it, man? That went right past me. The Daniel fast?
Yeah,
when you fasting?
No,
We did that.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, during the day till sundown. Yeah.
Well, hold on a second.
But you eating though. I don't know why they call it fast.
Yeah. I know, right? You fast, yeah. It's a two-way. You fast.
You're still eating,
Or you
even though it's a fast.
Yeah, you fast during the day, and even at the sundown.
And you know,
Well, that sounds like that Muslim holiday,
Ramadan.
Ramadan. You eat you fast half a day,
Yeah.
and then you
They
eat.
call it the Dagger Fast.
well, King Elijah he did it different. When he playing in NBA, when he fast, he would just drink water. It still wasn't no fast, but he
Nah.
didn't eat. But he drank water all day.
Yeah, well, that ain't no fast.
No.
Well, thanks, His. I did not know that. Shalom, but Alahayim. Shalom, who wants to know? Shalom, elders and brothers and sisters. Praise Yahweh. Shalom, brother Mikael. And shalom, brother Obi. All right. So the guy never did show back up, huh? That was talking about JC.
No, I guess he sit around and listen. So.
Okay, well, I hope that he understand that Jesus' name ain't been around for 400 years.
That's right.
So, what was his name before that?
Mm-hmm.
See, back in those days, in the time of the Christ, they only spoke 3 languages: Hebrew, Latin, and Greek.
Mm-hmm.
So that J wasn't around at that time. If they wrote his name, it would be Jesus.
That's right.
Right, for Greek, same pronunciation for Latin. So they put that curl on that I and made it a J. They even got a fast, I guess, the fast of Moshe. I've heard of a Christian pastor that tried to fast like the Mashiach fast.
Oh, come on.
Put him in the hospital.
He died.
He did.
He died?
Yeah. Organ failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't a 40-day fast. But people gonna try.
40 days. Come on, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't see anything else. I appreciate that, Yirmiyahu. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds and put some up there. 5, 4, 3. There we go. 2, 1. Shalom, brother Malachi. After every new moon, we supposed to have a feast. Well, actually, we have the feast on the new moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you go up into Numbers chapter 10. It tells you to blow the trumpets on the new moon. And so that's what we do every new moon. Praise Yah. A lot of people don't even know they're supposed to keep a new moon, but then they're not us. They don't keep Yahweh's law. Not now, anyway. Okay. All right, I'm going ahead and call it a day. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Join us on and also I hope you watched our new moon service last night. Very beautiful. Brother Deacon Levi put on a great sermon. Join us on our history class this coming third day, which is Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.